Welcome back to A Different Opinion. Today we got a little bit of Australian politics for you again, and pretty interesting. I mean, some of the mainstream media aren't reporting this, but some are. Um, it's about Anthony Albanese. He's the Labor Party's leader, and I don't have a favorite in this. Like, I'm not even going to vote, to be honest with you, because to me they're all bad. So it's just yeah, it's so stupid that you'd think countries would have better options available, but in reality they don't. And it's like they're getting worse with every election that comes along. So we'll jump straight into it from the New Daily. Anthony Albanese mixed reception at Bluefest, support drops. I'll play a little clip here for you. It's when he went on at the Bluefest, which is in Byron Bay in Australia, and it happens I think once every year or something, just like a blues festival of music. And yeah, he went on stage to go and talk. I mean, why do they always choose places like this to go and talk about politics when people are drunk and just want to kind of listen to music? But yeah. Oh my lord, it's just I think I watched the whole video, and for like the whole first minute of him just talking, it was just that booing constantly. So it's yeah, like people don't want to hear it. I mean, seriously, it's already nighttime there, so they've probably been drinking for like 4 or 5 hours. They've been listening to music, and now suddenly this guy wants to come and talk politics. So yeah, I think it's just stupid, in my opinion, to go up and try and talk about that. So Anthony Albanese was met with a combination of boos and cheers when he attended the Byron. I could just hear boos on Sunday night, as a new poll shows support for Labor and its leader has plunged. The opposition leader, who has been criticised for the first week of election campaigning, marred by a number of stumbles, received loud boos and cheers as he took the stage to make a small address to the audience. Mr. Albanese mixed reception comes as a resolve strategic poll for the Sydney Morning Herald. The Age, released on Monday, showed Labor's primary vote down 4 points to 34%, with the coalition up 1 to 35%. Scott Morrison was ahead as the choice for preferred Prime Minister at 38%, with Albanese at 30%. A sharp turnaround on Labor's leader, which was 37-36 up 2 weeks ago. Mr. Albanese enters the second week of campaigning in Brisbane. A senior Labor figure said the party would continue an election campaign that keeps it real while the coalition rolls out its stage-managed events. Labor campaign spokeswoman Katie Gallagher said Mr. Albanese was determined to have a real interaction ahead of the May 21st poll. I think that the election campaign, you have to keep it real, she told ABC. You can't just have a stage-managed controlled events like the Prime Minister is having, where nobody gets to see anybody. I mean, at the moment, he could nearly, like, the current Prime Minister, Scott Morrison, could nearly pull a Joe Biden and just stay in his basement, and this Albanese will tear himself apart. It's pretty much every second to third day, he's saying some sort of, like, he'd say something and then they'll check it up and it'll be incorrect, or so he's pretty much the bumbling, fumbling Joe Biden, but at the same time, the Prime Minister would nearly be good to just stay out of sight, because if he says something, then that's going to get brought up as well. So it's pretty interesting to see just how bad the options are for Prime Ministers in Australia. And I mean, it's not much better in any other country, is it? So can't really complain too much, I guess, because it's bad across the whole board. And yeah, just kind of just amazes you, doesn't it? And I just watched the Batman just the other day, and the new one, and let's just say on it, the bad guy kind of points out how politicians lie all the time and never keep their promises, which is very correct. They always promise you the world, but they give you this much, and somehow their pockets keep getting filled more and more. Jump into this on here by Sky News. Sky News contributor Lisa Goddard says there's no doubt opposition leader Anthony Albanese has inflated his CV regarding his economic background, which he has, because I mean he's stuffed up a couple times on the economy. You wouldn't put in a CV to a boss where you're hoping to get a job and not think you're going to get reference checked. And that's what happened here with Anthony Albanese. He's been reference checked and he's been absolutely caught out. That's just what I laugh about, how they say their campaign, we got to keep it real. Keep it real. Like, shut up, man. It's like, honestly, your politicians, anyone, as soon as they say keep it real, you're like, you are even worse than like a normal politician by saying we're going to keep it real. Like, you guys do never keep anything real. The only thing you keep real is just whenever it freaking want to fill your pockets or something like that, or stand on pretty much just a working class, really. And yeah, it's so stupid. None of it just baffles me, eh? Really, really badly, really baffles me just how bad they actually are. We'll jump into some comments here. Daryl Lowe, the left wants power much more than truth, whatever it takes. RJ Awesome, how's that? Out for a duck by the ALP. They just can't get trusted to tell the truth about anything. Very true. Either way, show the evidence. Some people think that Fredlin is a journalist. Sly propaganda confusing the News Corp coffee room echo chambers with news yet again. So ScoMo has been called into question. We need to know how much the pensioners are paid. This is what I mean. Like, I feel like whoever actually, like the current Prime Minister, Scott Morrison, if he just probably literally stays hidden, doesn't say anything stupid, like he's gonna be the next Prime Minister, like in my opinion. Because no matter really what people say at the moment, unless it's 100% perfect, people will be outraged somehow. That's just how it is in this generation. You know, you look at some speeches of like 30 years ago, they were nearly just as bad, if not worse, than they are now. But I think it's just people kind of put up with it back then, and now people are just like sick of anything that politicians say. There's a lot of respect lost just throughout the years, these current years. And there's a lot of anger in these countries just with all the lockdowns, how many people, you know, can't get ahead now because of how bad the economies are. So, but yeah, I'll leave that to that one. It's just always funny to see a politician absolutely boo the hell out of him, and it made me chuckle. It's always good to see. And but even just with that one, I'm gonna just play it one more time. I just want to hear it again. And it just look at his face when he gets their reception. You can see he's trying to like be like, oh, come on, is this gonna stop now? Is the booing gonna stop? Or oh man, that's gold. But yeah. Anyway, if you did like the video, just kind of bringing this to light, just here and there, will bring a little bit of light to the Australian politics. Because I mean, it is boring. It's boring as hell. So if anything that can make it a bit more fun, I'll definitely jump on top of that for sure. But yeah, I'll stop on that one. Thanks for watching, and hopefully you guys will. I'll see you guys in the next one.